Hey yogis, for today's practice, you're going to need 2 blocks. We're going to focus on opening up the upper body. Again, you will need 2 blocks for this practice. Once you have your blocks, come to a comfortable seated position. We're just going to start with a few breaths that we're going to try to continue to maintain throughout our practice. Hands can come to the knees, palms can face up or down. Close down your eyes. Start to focus on your breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Focusing on your breath, finding relaxation. 2 more breaths here. Moving into our first pose of this practice, our block is going to go tall ways, and then our second block is going to go short ways. You want enough space here for your arm to fit in. We're going to start on the right side. So laying down on the right side, the first block goes under the armpit, and the second block is to prop open your head. Your feet can kind of be in a fetal position or however feels comfortable. The top arm again is just where you feel comfortable. I always kind of like it for a little bit of support. On this lower block, you can kind of rotate and feel if you have a knot or a sticky spot, you can hold in that position. We are going to be here for a little while. If you feel a knot and it dissipates, rotate into a different spot to see if there is another place that you can release tension in by being in that pose. Once you find a spot that feels like it has tension to be released, but is still comfortable, try to close down your eyes and go back to that inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. We will be here for a few breaths. Try to feel as comfortable as you can. I know sometimes this pose can be way more intense than it looks. So let's focus on our breath, inhaling and exhaling. Last breath here. Slowly use your left hand to push yourself back up into just a seated position. Roll your right arm backwards in a full circle. We're going to do 3 backwards and then 3 forwards, just getting some mobility back into the shoulder. Hopefully it feels a little bit more relaxed. Then all we're going to do is switch sides and do the exact same thing on the left side. So our top block is high for our head. Our second block is on the low side for our almost kind of armpit area. Again, we're just laying on this first block and using this block to prop up our heads. Then we're going to kind of rock and roll very slowly. See if you find a place that gives you a little bit of pressure. Maybe you have a knot, as I just found, and you're going to stay there for these next few breaths. Close your eyes. Try to release any tension. Again, this looks like an easy pose, but sometimes if you find the right spot, it can be pretty intense. So just focus on your breath. Last breath. With your right arm, prop yourself up into a seated position, rolling out the arm 3 times to the back and 3 times to the front, just getting your shoulder moving. Hopefully feeling a little bit more relaxed than it did prior to starting. Next, we're moving into supported fish. Your top block can stay like this, or if you're a little bit more flexible, you can go down here. I always like to leave mine up here. Our second block is going to be rotated long ways. You really want to make sure that you have your spine directly on this. You don't want to be lopsided one side or the other. It can take a little bit of time to get used to getting into this position. So just do your best here. If you have long hair, make sure it's out of the way. And all you're going to do is lean back onto your block. Again, you want to try to have it in the center of your spine, supporting you in between your shoulder blades. This second block is for your head. It should be at the base of your spine and skull. You should have no pain or pressure here. If this is too painful, if you have a weird sensation, this is not the pose for you. Remove the blocks and just go into Shavasana for this time being. If this is comfortable, you can put your arms out into cactus arms, up above head. The legs can be feet wide, knees together. Your legs can be in butterfly or straight out in front. Once you find a position that is comfortable for you, close down the eyes and go back to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Trying to fill your abdomen with air on your inhale and push it all out as you exhale. Being in an arch position does make this a little bit more difficult. So see what you can do here. Focus on the breath, opening out the chest. Last inhale. And last exhale. To come out of this pose, you can either prop yourself up with your elbows and use your abs, or I always like to kind of go off to the side, rolling over into the fetal position. That one always seems to work a little bit better for me. We're all going to end up in Shavasana, our final resting pose. Legs come out as wide as your mat, arms come out by your sides, taking up space, closing down your eyes. Hopefully your upper body has a little less tension, can melt into the ground. Return to your normal breath. Let everything integrate into your body. Slowly begin to awaken your body by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, roll out your wrist, roll out your ankles, reach your arms up above head, stretching as long as you can, turning to your left or your right into the fetal position. Pressing yourself into an easy, comfortable seated position. Arms go out to the side as they reach the top. As your palms touch, hands come to heart center. Close down your eyes. If you enjoy chanting, I invite you to chant one Om as we close our practice. Inhale. As our hands move from our heart to our mouth, to our third eye, we say, kind heart, kind words, kind thoughts, namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, like, comment, and subscribe for more.